Welcome back to the fig greenhouse. We're in Southern Illinois. This is Fig and Fruits Greenhouse. I'm Troy, and today we're going to start back into pruning these fig trees in different forms, different espalier forms, and talk about it. So let's get started. All right, here we are. Going to work on Negra de agde. Now, if you remember, I'll remind you that this tree was rejuvenated, pruned last year. So this is what it has grown this one season. And you can see right here's where we had pruned it to dieback, or from where we pruned it to was right here. We're going to cut this off and get it out of the way. But we need to prune this puppy back, and I want to try to keep some apical buds on it. So we got two on this end that looks good we're going to keep. But I'm going to, this one would actually keep two, but I don't want to leave my tree off balance where one side's growing and the other side's not. You want to try to prune it even. So kind of looking at it and seeing what's going to happen, I think we're going to leave one apical bud here and this one, and then I'm going to start trimming back here. So I can pull this one down to here, so, and I can pull this one over to here. So I'm going to trim this one off about right there. And let's go ahead and get this one in the back side over here out of the way. Don't need it. Now, I think we want to leave this up about like this. 3, 4. And see, yeah, we're going to have to go ahead and trim these. We're just not going to be able to leave them the way we really want to, because they will outpace these others. So in this instance, you have to let that go. You don't get to keep an apical bud. Now I'm going to whack this off here, back down this, I don't know. Let's get right here. That should be okay. That way it's kind of somewhat with that. I really like the way that looks. I'm okay with that. Let's get rid of this here. We said we was going to. Try not to damage my piece I'm keeping here. Yeah. It still had a little bit of life there, but for the most part it was dead. All right, we don't need to keep that bud on there, or that bud on there. I want this to bud out up here somewhere. Come this way. I like that shape. Negra de agde. Ready to go for next season. All right, here we are at the Cavaliere tree. I'm wondering, I'm going to prune this back here. Can't really, I just need to prune this back. Same way here. Could leave that right there and get some early growth. That leaves us a little bit of an apical bud. And we'll go ahead and we can pull this, keep that like that. And I'm going to think that I could keep this here and pull it down for the winter and then bring it back up in the spring And then we'll kind of thin these other ones here out. That one there's pretty thick. Let's get the saw on it. I kind of cut that one down pretty close right there because I don't really need it, but I am going to cut these here where we can get some more growth over here. And maybe I should just eliminate that now that I've got this whole thing going. Just, you know, when you're sitting here looking at it, it'd be way better off, but I don't need all of that. I need it to sprout back from here, and it ain't gonna really make that much difference. But I do think I'm just gonna cut it off right here and only leave this one, so I can at least have one apical bud left. So we'll just cut this back here. Cavaliere, kind of like it. Now, also I say, I don't really need these couple over here on the bottom. Let's get over here. Let me move this over there out of my way. So we'll leave this, pull it down, and we'll have an early apical there. I don't really need this growing down here, but I do like this one growing this way and this one growing this way. So we're going to eliminate this under here. We're going to pull these down, and I think that'll be what we want. Now this tree here wasn't rejuvenated. It was one of 2 trees that I haven't rejuvenated pruned when I put it in the ground. It was at a style where I could kind of work into that. So that's what I've been doing. All right, on to the next tree. All right, here we are at Cordon blanc Negra. I'm gonna do a little pruning on it. I like this apical bud over here that can kind of grow up through here, but I'm gonna have to prune this back to about here. I'm okay with this as keeping back as an apical. I'm afraid that's gonna be a little bit difficult. We're gonna leave this. Will be one we get to leave. And I could leave this here. So let's do this. Let's chop that off. There's some nice buds that are wanting to start right here. You see that? I think I'm going to trim this off and trim this off, and then we'll see how that sprouts out from there. I know I ain't been leaving some of these others quite this tall, but let's try it. Let's see what it looks like. Let's go on to the next one.